Kick the tires and light the fires. Do it.
Hey, what's up, Browns fans? Thanks for stopping into the Danger Zone. I'm Josh. He's Rich, and we're coming at you after a big one.
Woo!
Huge game. Huge. I hope that was super loud because it feels so loud inside me.
Oh,
Listen,
dude.
your Browns coming through in a big, big way. I know a game that we all went into feeling listen, let's be honest. We all felt a little nervous about this game. The magnitude of the game itself, a quality opponent. We know the narrative that especially national media was pitching all week about this team, and even local media about their inability to beat teams with winning records. Your Browns went out there, and I think hopefully shut a lot of fucking people up today.
Dude, if the Browns didn't shut you up, pack your shit. Like I said earlier in the week, pack your shit and go root for another fucking team. Hands down, we've been talking about it for a while. This is the biggest game since the Browns have been back since 99. There's no fucking doubt about it whatsoever. The Browns have kind of, like in some of these bigger games, Baltimore and Pittsburgh specifically come to mind, where we come out flat and just don't bring the fucking energy right out of the gate. And there was no more energy that the Browns could have brought to start that fucking game. And dude, and from the beginning of the game until like the whole first half was just fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you football the whole way. We're going to stick it up your ass and there's nothing you can do about it. I tweeted out earlier in the day that, basically the offenses are the same. It's run the football, big play off of play action, and see what you can get. And the team with the better quarterback play would win today. Well, guess what?
That was that was there. That was spot on.
We have the fucking guy. Now, look, if there's any doubt, a huge monster fucking game. The Tennessee passing defense is, is suspect, but Baker has been suspect at times. So, holy shit.
Yeah. And
holy shit.
I agree with you, Rich. I think my immediate takeaway is, like I said, shutting up the fucking loudmouths. The team was questioning if they could come out and perform when it mattered. It mattered today against a quality opponent, and they did that. So my immediate takeaway is the team rose to the occasion. Everyone on the team. So with that being said, let's get into the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're going to start with the good, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just come out right and say it. There is no ugly. There's none.
No, there's no ugly. I don't care what the final score was. Like I've seen a couple of you people bitching on Twitter about, well, how could the game get? It's the NFL. That's a goddamn good football team. If you didn't think they were going to come back and punch you in the mouth in the second half, you don't fucking pay enough attention.
Yeah, and Will, like I said, no ugly. There's none. Zero. We're going to start with the good because there was plenty of it. And I think, Rich, you kind of alluded to it there. I think we have to start with the most obvious. Baker fucking Mayfield.
Baker Reagan fucking Mayfield. All you haters can eat. Dude, how do his nuts taste right now?
Bye, Felicia. See ya. Look, the thing is this with it. This was a game the Browns obviously could have lost, not just because of the talent. I mean, could have lost, could have afforded to lose. And I say that
regardless,
because of their record. He came out and said, fuck y'all, we're winning it.
The Browns could have lost this game because they were going up against a good This fucking team played in the AFC Championship game last year.
Quality opponent.
And the Browns, I mean, not only did they stuff it right in, but there was no lube and it was still probably soft and they just hammered away at it.
Folded that fucker right in half and just stuffed it.
And just fucking stuff it in. And towards the second half, it looked like they tried to stuff their nuts in there too.
Yeah. So
my God, man.
Baker, man, he was on point from the word go. I think Stefanski came in the game with the mindset, obviously, that we're going to throw the ball on you and you're not going to do anything about it. Kind of, it was like the opposite of our identity, but we had the same confidence as we would with running our identity. So
Dude.
Baker Mayfield, 25 of 33, 334, 4 tutties. A lot of that work done in the first half. But when you do that kind of heavy lifting in the first half, you don't need to do a whole lot in the second.
No, dude, look, the game plan was flawless the whole way through. The Titans, you knew coming out, the Titans were like, look, we're going to make Baker Mayfield beat us. There was no doubt in anyone's mind. I mean, we've been seeing 8 and 9 man boxes in some cases for the last couple of weeks, and Nick Chubb's been like, fuck you, here I come. And then this week, it was like, all right, well, you asked for it, here it comes. And Baker did all the nut dragging that he could have possibly done in that first half. I mean, I didn't know how to act. I felt like fucking Ricky Bobby in the middle of the game. I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands. You know what I mean? Like, you know, in big games like this, and you could speak to this just the same, you know, we just fucking lose the game. Yeah. Whether it's in the first 5 minutes of the game, you could tell we're going to lose the game. Or if it's drawn out and we lose in the last 30 fucking seconds of the game. You know what I mean? And this game had that ability to go that way until the opening fucking just, I mean, you could tell there was something different. Like these guys, either they remembered what last year felt like when fucking Tennessee put the nuts on them.
Yeah.
Or
the revenge game, man. I tell you what, it fucking felt so good, Rich. That revenge. Because look, we all remember last year, me and you were sitting in the front row of the dog pound.
Oh, yeah.
This felt good.
Yeah.
Last year for this year just felt good.
I mean, they took, you know, Henry and stuck him right back up their ass.
Yeah.
I mean, he had now, granted, like, you know, the game got away where it kind of took Derrick Henry out, and that's part of the game plan is get up when you can on these guys and make them do what they're not, you know, they're not comfortable with doing. Jesus Christ. There's, mind you, real quick, I'm just going to save something for later. Well, I mean, just kind of say it now. There's like, what's the game day roster now? 52 or something like that?
No, what do you mean? It's like 50. We got extras this year, so it's
I know. Usually the game day is like 45.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, the total roster extra is 50,
whatever it is, however many it is, that's how many fucking game balls are going out today.
All of them.
Every motherfucker that put on a goddamn orange helmet.
You're right.
I love to see. You know, this game was won. Yes, it was won today, but the game was won in the preparation leading up to it.
For sure. But I'm going to sell out. Not sell out. It's not really selling out. I got to give the game ball to Baker. He gets the game ball. He's the only one I'm giving it to because of the fact, and him being the first good, we're going to talk a little bit about him here. The pressure was on for him to perform. Stefanski said, we're going to go ahead and give it to you, Baker. So go out there and perform. And he did. So called upon, big spotlight, tough opponent. Now I'm not going to get into the Titans defense. I know they're not that great, but
who gives a shit? Who fucking cares?
Quality opponent with a winning record, one who embarrassed you last year. That taste was still in his mouth. Guarantee that. And he goes out and performs. He's got to get the game ball from me. Second good, Rich. I do want to talk a little bit about Kevin Stefanski.
Oh, dude, goddamn, did we hit the
what kind of game plan? This man and his game plan for this week. Listen, the nuts on this guy are the size of beach balls. I'll say that, number one, because he will take what you think he should be doing and say, yeah, guess what? We're doing this, and it's going to work.
Yeah, look, dude, he was rated when we hired him as a head coach. He was rated as like the number 1 or number 2 play caller in the NFL, and it's a bunch of nerds sitting in a room. So, I mean, take that for what you want. But you could tell in some of the situational football during today's game that some of the decisions that were made were set up earlier in the season. You could tell that there's just some things we're doing that are out of character only because of it's not familiar, maybe.
It's too fresh. I mean, it's a young team and new offense. I mean, some of this is from, you know, the first half of the season. It's the shit that worked then. And some of this is they're trying some new stuff, some spin-offs of things. So what Stefanski has been able to do with this team to get them up for these games. Number one, you look back throughout the season, coming off of a loss, this team's been ready to go every fucking time coming off a loss. And now this week here, navigating through the weather, and being able to formulate game plans to play winning football in Cleveland type weather. He's just shown week after week that he has what it takes to be a long tenured coach in Cleveland and just sticking around in the NFL. I think this guy has what it takes to be a Belichick type coach in terms of he's going to be around a long time, and I hope it's with the Browns. So shout out to Kevin Stefanski for sure.
The job he did today. And let's give a little shout out to Joe Woods as well. We needed to do one thing today defensively, and that was just keep fucking Derrick Henry, in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Well, essentially, when you look at his stats at the end of the day, we kept him on the bench. He had a fucking whatever day.
In comparison to what he normally does, yes.
What he has,
Yes.
What he has been doing, he's been leading I think he leads the league in rushing since 2017 or 18. The defense fucking came to play. I don't even have a hateful thing to say about Sendejo right now. I'm not even being
Isn't it
funny
nice?
about it.
No, it's a welcome reprieve.
The linebackers still get bit up a little bit in their drops. We seen it early in that first quarter and those that touchdown drive where they bite so goddamn hard on that play action. And I kind of get it, dude. It's fucking Derrick Henry. You got to have all hands on deck. But they leave the middle of the field open. We've seen, on that touchdown drive late in the game, same kind of deal. And it didn't really matter. Some people, like I said, I'm still seeing people bitching about the final score. And it's like, God,
yeah,
fucking shut up, dude. Pack your
You got to look at what they did as a whole. So the defense is part of my good, Rich. They're in the good category. They played absolutely. A very admirable game for sure. And you bring up Henry and our ability to bottle him up during this game. And I think that's what you need to focus on when you're looking at this defensive performance. 15 carries, 60 yards. That's 4 yards a carry, which is about middle of the pack per carry. But the guy did not have many yards. He was a non-factor in the game. Some kudos to the offense for that as well. But the defense needed this performance against a premier back because over the last 4 weeks, since week 8, they've been, bottom 5 in the league against them. So they needed this performance and it came at the best time it could. One thing they were able to slip away with early on was not much pressure from the defensive line. Now that changed as the game went on. And it's, it doesn't help when Miles gets fucking held by the face mask every play.
All the time. All the time it happens.
It's nonstop, man. It's nonstop.
He bends that corner so fast, and that left arm of the fucking left tackle is across his chest, and Miles is pushing past. You know what I'm saying? How is that not a hold? I don't fucking understand what sport you're watching, but he deserves honestly, if they called all of them, it'd be 15 holding penalties.
Yeah. It was this guy. I don't know. I was keyed a lot in on him today, being his first game back. And I just thought it was going to be a very impactful positional group in terms of impact on the game. And so I was watching Miles a lot and I just couldn't believe how much this guy, egregious holds. That's like I said, by the face mask. I was like, what are they not calling here? What's going on?
I don't understand. Maybe the refs are watching, look, it's already not fair. So I'm going to give these guys a spot. So that way this because NFL loves offense, right?
Oh yeah. So
the NFL loves the offense. So they're like, we can't have this fucking asshole on defense fucking taking over the whole game. I otherwise I don't know another explanation because it's kind of, it's fucking ridiculous. Go back and watch the game. Anybody listening, go back and watch the game and just pay attention. Don't watch the football, just watch Myles Garrett and honestly count how many times you could call a holding penalty. And I'll bet you it's on 30%, 40% of dropbacks.
Oh, easy. Yeah, but I don't blame him. I don't blame him for holding him, but it's like you gotta.
Well, no, if you don't hold him, he's gonna. Yeah, dude. Look, if you don't hold him, he's gonna fucking triceratops your fucking quarterback, dude. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't hold him, your quarterback dies. If you do hold him, you'll get called for it 10% of the time. So yeah, I don't fucking blame you for holding him because it's pretty bad. I mean, it's bad, dude. It's bad. It's legit bad.
It is. It's egregious, but great defensive effort. You know, like I said, kudos to the defense. They stepped up. Now we will get into what you were saying, so I'm not worried about the score per se.
Yeah, who fucking cares at all?
But like, we are gonna do a little bit of criticizing on a couple things. There's only a couple things really. So the big plays in the second half, I think, is where I would have a little bit of a bad taste. Not really much, but a little bit, enough to talk about. Give them the yardage, that's fine, but make them do it in 15, 20 plays, not 2. So, like, that's really where you want to see that defense performing with that big of a lead.
Yeah.
And then I think, you know, Rich, and that's all I'm going to say about the defense because they
played
a fucking good game. I don't want to take much away from them.
I'm going to set you straight, right? So, you're up a whole fuck ton in the first half, right?
5 scores, I think, going into halftime.
So generally speaking, everyone knows the game's over.
4 scores.
So. Yeah. So generally speaking, everyone knows the game's over, right? Hello?
Yeah. I mean,
all right. So
you'd hope at 4 scores you're in solid control.
The game's pretty much over. You know what everyone on the sideline cares about? Just make sure they don't get enough points to beat us by the end of the fourth quarter. Like, it's not
right.
Like, it's not, nobody cares. This isn't college football. Like, you're not going to get in or out of the playoffs because you beat one team by 10 and someone else beat the same team by fucking 25. Like, nobody cares.
Win's a win.
Okay, maybe the criticism is you could say offensively and defensively, we got a little bit conservative, a little bit too early.
That's fair. That's fair.
Outside of that, I'm telling you right now, not a single player in that fucking locker room is, oh man, but they fucking scored some points, you know, later. Like, nobody fucking cares. It's a goddamn W. The minute the clock hits 0, the score is fucking irrelevant. It's just some letters on either side of the fucking board here. One's a W and one's an L. And outside of that, nobody fucking cares. It's irrelevant. So I don't give a shit. The defense did exactly what they needed to do when they needed to do it on a fucking big game Sunday, the most important fucking game since 99. I don't give a fuck about the playoff game in 2002. All right. Fuck you, Dennis Northcutt, but, you know, whatever. The defense came to play. Sendejo, I don't have anything bad to say about you. You still suck. Let's be clear. But I'm not going to shit on you today. You get a free week until Thursday, and then we'll talk again. But I literally have no fucking 0 complaints outside of being conservative, maybe a little bit too early.
Yeah.
Past that fucking whatever.
A couple, like I said, a couple bads. So the next thing I want to drop in there, if I'm going to criticize Baker the week before for missing open touchdowns, I'm going to criticize the rookie for dropping a wide open touchdown as well. Now,
my guy, he dropped it.
He did. He caught a second one, was wide open on that one as well, too. But you got to, like I said, if I'm going to criticize Baker when he misses them, I'm going to criticize the rook, too. So you got to catch those. That's a touch. And you know he's kicking himself in the ass for that one. But
until he scored that long one.
Yeah, that 75-yard strike there. But yeah, that's one he wants to have back for sure. And then I thought, Rich, the officiating was weird this week. Now, it wasn't as atrocious as I've seen it before.
I know. I think I know what you're going to say.
The number of fucking penalties, it's like they were looking. It's like a cop shooting radar. Like, I'm looking for you to speed. That's what I'm doing. And it looked like the refs were like looking for a chance to just throw the flag. I think we had like 11 or 12 penalties today or something like that.
Yeah, I don't, like I said, in certain games with the penalties called at the certain times, I don't really have any complaints, but I'll tell you this. This was the first week that I kind of felt like at the right time during the game, the officiating went our way.
Yeah, I mean,
not a lot of instances. It wasn't something like you could point to and say, oh, it's right there, you know. But like a lot of time, like we're in a crunch game and a fucking yellow flag comes on the field, whether we're on offense or on defense. You look at it and go, son of a bitch. You fucking knew it was us. And during this game, there were times where I saw the yellow on the field and I'm like, it might not be us.
It
Like,
could have been fucking, whose shoe was that? Richardson? I don't know. Who had the yellow fucking shoe? Looked like a flag every damn time.
Yeah.
Someone had one yellow shoe on. I don't know if it was Richardson. It was a defensive player.
Those fucking dickheads, man.
One yellow shoe. Anyway, so not a lot of bad to talk about, Rich. A lot of good. I think call this game what you want. You know, call it a
fucking W.
Call it a
W.
Call it a statement game. Call it whatever. You know, call it a win. That's all I care about. And this team's 9-3, and you're solidly in the 5th seed right now in the AFC side of the playoffs. You had a couple games today, I think. So who we had? Playoffs. Yeah, I know. And it's look, I saw a graphic, and I didn't look at this up, and I can't believe it to be true, but I think I saw a graphic. I thought it said with a win Monday against Baltimore, we would clinch a playoff spot. That doesn't seem right because there's still 3.
No, I seen the same graphic.
Did you see it?
Yes, and I haven't. Look, I'm not the guy for this. Like, I'll wait for someone else that's smarter than me to tweet it out on Twitter. But the Colts lost today, right?
Yes. No. The Colts won.
The Colts won.
The Raiders won.
The fucking
Miami
Raiders
lost.
Miami lost. There's 3 total. What? 3 like wild card spots, right?
Yes, there's 3. Yes, there's 3 spots.
So, us, the Raiders,
and Miami's still sitting in 1 ahead of Baltimore and
Baltimore's 6-5. What's Miami?
Miami's 7-4. Las Vegas is 7-4, and Baltimore's 6-5.
So we get the 10 wins. The remaining 2 games aren't particularly relevant other than seeding between us and Baltimore. Like if Baltimore beats us, right? So they're gonna win Tuesday. The game's still on Tuesday, right?
Yes.
So Baltimore wins on Tuesday. They're what? 7-5. They play us, They go 8-5. That would put us at 9-4. Right?
If they were to win Monday night, yes.
9-4 with 3 left to play. Yeah, I would have to look. I don't know. I'm gonna wait for another smart brain to fucking tweet that out. But it's, I mean, if they put it out on the fucking TV, it's
dude. Listen, I seen the fucking graphic, and you know, I've never fucking seen this graphic before. Watching a football game for the Browns, I've never seen can clinch a playoff spot. So I did a double take, and I'm like, was that fucking just on the TV? And then I rewound.
What are these weird words?
Like, what are you talking about? Clinch playoffs.
Let me be clear. I'm grabbing the mic so you know how important this is, okay? If that stat turns out to be true, and whether you and I watch the game next week or not together, all right? If that stat turns out to be true and we win the game Monday night, I'm taking a vacation day Tuesday. I thought
about scheduling one anyway.
Dude, I'm going to go live on the Danger Zone account, drunk as fuck in my backyard, your backyard, wherever the fuck we are, just hammered drunk, rolling around, giggling and crying like a ridiculous fucking teenage high school girl. And I don't even care about it. Like, I'll fucking tell people, like, say something. I'll punch you right in the mouth. Dude,
well,
you have no idea what this means to me right now.
It's another big one next week, Rich, and we're gonna obviously dive deep into that on Thursday night. But
I'm not looking forward to it, dude. It's like actually, dude, we're trying to get the fucking the beast out. You know what I mean? Like this is you've got to slay the Giants. Something about Baker Mayfield, by the way, he broke another. I don't know what it is. Another stat with Otto Graham. Like he broke an Otto Graham stat today, mind you. I don't know.
It was weird, man. Like, so I started writing an article on Friday, and I'm like, what do I want to write this week? You know, I said, you know what? I'm going to write about Otto and why I think he's a fucking GOAT. So I wrote this article about Otto and why I think he's
he is a top 5 GOAT.
So make sure and keep your eyes open for that and give it a quick read because I like the article, obviously being a Browns fan. Anyway, I did not know today was his birthday. And then I seen that on Twitter, and then all this shit came up with stats about Otto. I'm like, it is uncanny that I just decided, like, out of the blue, I'm like, I'm going to write an article about Otto on Friday. And it was like a day dedicated to Otto today, pretty much. So it's weird.
Dude, something weird's happening, bro.
It's a weird feeling. I don't know what to do.
I'm telling you, like, there were countless times today. Like, I'm a grown ass man, just the same as you. There's not many situations that I've ever been in that are unfamiliar. You know what I mean? Like, I always kind of prepare myself for whatever, and I always act accordingly. And I tend to pull it off. Dude, I'm watching this game in my living room with my wife, my fucking 6-month-old daughter, my 3-year-old daughter, who just throws on Brown shit. And she's just like, I have no idea what's going on. Go Browns. You know, fucking awesome. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to act. I was looking for people to give high fives. I almost blasted my kid across the living room with a high five. And I'm like, I will kill this child with a fucking high five. There's something different, man, in Cleveland right now. It's fucking brewing, dude. Like,
yeah.
Look, you can run the ball. You can, dude, I can't believe that this is, I'm getting fucking goosebumps, man. You can run the football, right? And you can play timely defense. Your defense is good at taking the football away. We saw multiple, the fucking Texans scored a touchdown today on a fucking forced turnover. You can run the football and you can turn people over. That's the Chicago Bears recipe when they had Rex Grossman.
Yeah.
And went to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying Baker's Rex Grossman. I'm just using it as an example. But that's a recipe that can go in the playoffs. This Titans team
sprinkle in good QB play and you're in there, man.
I'm not even getting that. That's the ace in the hole right now, right?
Yeah.
That's the ace in the hole right now. Is yes, we can run the football and we can play timely turnover to like precedented defense. That term, I don't know if that even makes sense, but whatever.
Coined it. Using
it. And then on top of it, we've played in the weather. Not many other teams have played in some of the weather we've already played in. Let's be real. Like, it's a factor. It makes a difference.
It does. We have witnessed.
And look, the way it sets up, I'm willing to bet money right now. We end up playing Buffalo in the first round of the.
I agree, man.
Hold on. Wait. Stop. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Let's take this in real quick. All right. I want you to hear me. I want you all to hear me. We're potentially looking at a first round matchup in the playoffs with the Buffalo Bills. In the fucking playoffs. In the fucking playoffs.
And the weather could potentially play a factor in that game.
Oh, dude, it could.
Buffalo, and it's okay. Okay.
Do you see this, man? Fucking playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, we can say it now.
We can. And we've been like on that cusp right there. And we've talked about it on the podcast, and it's
just nudging it, man.
All we have to do is do what we're supposed to do from here on out. That's it. Tennessee, so you talk about wins against Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Tennessee during this stretch. We got one against Tennessee now. Now all you have to do is what you're supposed to do from here on out. Would it be nice to take down Baltimore or Pittsburgh or both? Yes, would be great. Do what you're supposed to do. Find yourself in the playoffs. We're talking January football. So next week's a big one, Rich.
Oh man. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Inside joke some of y'all would know about, but
if you
ask, I'll tell you how the Homadad came about.
I want, the Browns to keep handling business here, and just kind of, if it is true that next week a win could clinch a playoff spot, bet your ass that team's going in there fired the fuck up. It's a home Monday night game. We know this team likes to play in prime time, particularly Baker and the bigger names. And they've delivered some decent performances in prime time. So I think this bodes to be a very, very good Monday night matchup. Should be a lot of hype going into this week. We got you covered on Thursday with the game breakdown. Don't forget to hit up mark1sports.com and check out all your Cleveland content there with your Cavs, your Indians, your Browns, and your daily fantasy sports. Also, don't forget to hit thrivefantasy.com to get your daily prop sports betting in there. That's a setup similar to your FanDuels and such, but it uses player props instead of individual players. So go and check out thrivefantasy.com as well. Like I said, huge one. We're going to be previewing Thursday night. Could be a potential playoff clincher. The clincher.
Dude, look. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, dude, did you think, look, here we come, motherfuckers. Here we come. Go Browns, baby.
Go Browns.